What's good, YT Nation? We back at it again with another video up here in the unit. So today we're going to be working on the Jeep. I ordered that scan tool last night, so it's going to take a couple days to get here. Going to be messing with the Jeep today, but it's not going to be for any of the things I discussed in the last video. I actually had some of this ambient lighting for the dash and the doors and everything from another project that I never installed. So I'm actually going to install that on the Jeep here today. And this is what it is. So it's got multi-colors, multi-functions. You can change it to any color you want. Custom colors, all Bluetooth through your phone. And plays along with the music, all that good stuff. It comes with 6 of the adapters. So I should be able to do all 4 doors, the dash and the center console, as long as there's enough of this here, which there should be. There's 5 of the little smaller ones and then 1 big one. So we're gonna get this set up and see what we can do about getting this installed. Stick with me, I'm gonna show you some of the process on that. All right, so I got the driver door done and the back seat of the driver's door done. I need to do the passenger side, but I want to plug it in and show y'all what it looks like right quick. I still got to put the cap on both of the ends, but so far that's what it's looking like. Alright, so I got it all done. The doors up front's done, the center console all done, the door over there, the door in the back, that back door, and then I had a little one extra left over, so I hit the center right there. But she is all done. And I can do all the color changing modes and all that good stuff to it. So that's just gonna be the first little thing I do in here, a little mod. Nothing special, but I like it. So as you can see, it's been a couple days here. It's actually night right now, about 6:30, 7 o'clock on, what's today? Tuesday. The scanner just came in. I just got it unboxed and I fully charged it and went through everything, set up everything. You got to program your time zone, your language preference, all that. And then I went through and did all the updates that it had for software, firmware. I went ahead and let it fully update on everything and fully charge. So this is what we got. We got the top Don. I guess that's R.A.G 600S. This is the little carrying case that it came in. Pocket for the scanner, and then the charger right here and accessories. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug this thing in, turn everything on, and we're gonna run through this thing together right quick. Alright, it's powering on. Let me put the key in the ignition. Turn on to accessory. Let's wait for this thing to load up. Let me close this door. Trying to get y'all a good angle on this without it blurring. Okay. All right, we're going to go to diagnosis. And we are going to select all right, there we go. It might be a little better for y'all. All right, we're going to go and select Jeep. Let's do automatic. Let's go to read the VIN. Read again. Let's go to confirm. All right, it is a 2011 Jeep Grand Cherokee. The chassis is the WK. Confirm. And let's go to auto scan. All right. Let's look at everything in here. No codes for that. And we got a code for that. So let's clear that. Okay. And let's look that up and see. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit of scanning on this thing, and I'm gonna come back and get with y'all on if I can get these codes off. So this scanner, man, is pretty cool. I clicked on the thing for a report, and it actually will take you to read the code, and you can look up videos on it and everything that comes up. So I'm gonna continue to do a little bit more looking up on this stuff and try to figure it out. Alright, so it's the next day here. I done played with this scanner last night for a little bit and tried to get some stuff figured out on it. So I figured out the live streaming data for it. So if you look here, it says brake pedal status released. And how I know stuff's working is if I press the brake pedal, it says pressed, released, released. So all that is working. Let me see. All right, this is where I get to the steering angle sensor. I got the live stream going right now, and it says it's 720 out. So that's what's causing that light to come on the dash. So when I turn the steering wheel, I don't have no communication. The values are not moving on it. So that tells me either the sensor went bad completely and it's not reading and it's 720 out, or there's just no communication with it. So what I'm going to try to do is, now that I have this figured out, I'm going to try to take this apart and take the steering wheel and everything off and get to the actual steering angle sensor back there that's in the column and everything back here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all that apart and just plug in that sensor itself and spin the wheel on it and see if I can't get these values to register when I do it like that. And if I can, I'm going to try to set it back to 0 through that and then put it back together and then see if I can get that light to clear. If not, then we'll probably have to order a new sensor, or if not a sensor, the clock spring sensor assembly. But stick with me. I'm going to go ahead and take it up to the shop, and we're going to go ahead and start pulling all this stuff apart. So we're up here at the shop. As you can see, I'm in the back seat. I got the front seat, passenger side, moved all the way forward. We're about to start disconnecting the battery so we can go ahead and work on the airbag and get that disconnected without that thing exploding on you. So if you don't know, in the Jeeps, the battery's in here under this tray. Just pop that up and remove it. And then we just got a 10mm little stud right here. And then we'll go ahead and disconnect the negative terminal on the battery. And that way we can get that airbag removed safely. So I'm gonna give the car a few minutes to actually let the cells in it die down. I don't want to take a chance of having, still a little energy in the system and, the airbag going off. So I'm gonna wait about 5-10 minutes before I actually start going ahead and pulling that thing apart. Alright, so we got two 10mm bolts. We got one back here and one back here. We're gonna go ahead and pop these out. That's one. And that's two. Now the airbag just slides out and there's a couple connectors back here. Alright, so that one connector I pulled out right there first to give me more access to the tabs right here for the airbags. You gotta pull these tabs up and then wiggle them off. So give me 1 second to grab a pick for that, and I'll be right back. Now, if you got one of these little picks, they come in handy. Harbor Freight little special. Just stick it up under there, pry that little tab up. Just like that. And then wiggle the connector. Just like that. Boom. Alright, both connectors are out. Airbags removed. And they're color coordinated. Blue and yellow. So you're not going to get them mixed up on reinstall. So we're going to set this safely in the passenger seat. Out of the way. Next thing is, you want to go ahead and remove that nut there. Let me go ahead and get that, and I'll be right back. Alright, so we got a T55 here. And if you look, if I move these wires, that bolt right here, this is what we need to bust loose. Got that out. Set that to the side. And then we need to disconnect this last harness right there. Push the little tab, pull it out, boom, just like that. And then pull the connectors out, steering wheel out. And we will go ahead and set this off to the side. Want to pull that forward and then pop these little clips off right here in the back that's holding this little column piece together. Just like that. And then you have one little connector back here. Push the tab. And pull the connector. Now you got your clock spring gears, all that, everything right here. So what we will do is try to take this and clock it back to where it needs to be. Alright, so we just pop this cover off of here, and then it's got tabs all the way around. You just want to pop those up like that. Just like that. And then pull it straight up. And that's it. that off to the side. And then you have your actual, I do believe this is the part for the steering angle sensor. So what I think I'm going to try to do, it was 170 out, so I'm going to try to clock this over to here, because it was pretty much a half a turn out upside down. So we will try that, see what happens. Alright, so we got everything put back together. I got the battery connected. I'm gonna go ahead and start the car. I'm gonna be on the passenger side, as you can see, just in case anything happens. I don't think it will. Everything went together perfectly fine, smoothly. But I'm gonna go ahead and start it, and then see if that light goes off. Alright, so the light's still on. Let me go ahead and hook up my scan tool and see what the values are reading and see if I can clear it. Stick with me. Alright, at first I wasn't getting any kind of reading before I took it apart. I was getting 720 out, and when I turned the wheel I was getting nothing. But now when I turn it, as you can see, I'm getting a reading. So I'm still 720 out. So I need to go ahead and take it apart now that it's actually reading, and see if I can't disconnect the airbag and then turn it back on, hook the battery back up, turn it back on, and see if I can't zero it out while it's on, get these numbers back to 0, and then put it all back together, and hopefully that light will stay out, which is off right now, but I think it's only because it's doing the live data streaming. So stick with me, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get this all apart again and then hook it back up and show y'all what's going on. As you can see right now, I got it at 345, and when I turn, it's moving. So inside of here is this little red tab. You click up and you can spin the clock, and as I spin it, that moves. So let me go ahead and push up this red tab right quick and get it unlocked. Alright, so it's unlocked, and then the values are going down. So it's at about 12 right there. So that means I'm gonna have to pop this off and clock this spring behind here. I gotta pop this off, and then the secondary gear I gotta clock back just a little bit. So let's go ahead and try to do that right quick, because that's at 12. Oh, nope, we're good. We're at 0. Zeroed out. Alright, so let me go ahead and clear this off, put everything back together, and then we'll see if that light comes back on. It's locked in. We're zeroed out. We shouldn't have any more problems. I'll see y'all in a minute. As you can see, the light is no longer on. I could turn the wheel all the way to the left, all the way to the right, max it out. Max it out. Back to center. No light. When I did it before, light would come back on automatically. As soon as I even turned it that much, that light would pop back on. But now, no light. Everything's good. She's clocked back to 0. Everything's put back to 0. As you can see, let me see. All the buttons and everything work. Let's go back to vehicle speed. Yep, all that stuff works. Turn signal works. Other turn signal works. Everything works on it. We're all good to go. So everything is pretty much good on this thing, man. I'm gonna take it to get the state inspection here soon. Now that I got that light off, make sure it passes state inspection, and then I'm gonna go ahead and paint the rest of it, get it all painted up, and I believe that's gonna be really it for this thing. I'm gonna drive it around, make sure everything's good on it, and then we'll go from there. I'm probably gonna end up making one more video on this Jeep to wrap everything up once I get it painted, inspected. Once that's all done, I'll show you all the ending results on everything, and then I will do a price breakdown on how much it costs for the vehicle and every single part that I've put into this thing, and then we'll calculate it and see how much it costs us to repair it and get it back on the road. And y'all tell me if it was a good financial decision. Once I sell it, I'll tell y'all how much I sold it for, if I profit anything or if I lost anything on it. But as of right now, we just got to get an inspection and paint, and she's ready to go out the door. Now, I forgot to mention, I sold the nitro last month, like 3 weeks ago, probably 4 weeks ago now. Yeah, 3 weeks ago I sold the nitro, so that's gone. And this is what we got left. So we're gonna get this done, sold out the door, and then the next project, y'all let me know what y'all want to see. It could be, you know, something I find on Facebook Marketplace. I do have a Copart account, so I can go online to the auction and buy something off the auction. If there's something y'all want to see from there, crash damage, wreck car, whatever, just let me know in the comments, man. But that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. I do want to say that the top-down scanner that I bought worked great for this vehicle. Can't wait to use it some more. I'm not sponsored by nobody by any means right now. That came out of pocket. I actually bought that off of Temu for like $150 or something after taxes and all that, and it did exactly what I needed to do. So Top Gun was great. Temu was pretty good on the price. The Harbor Freight picks and everything, you know, I go to Harbor Freight all the time and buy tools and all that stuff. So none of that sponsored. That's all out of pocket. Love some sponsorships, but hey, you know, I'm just starting out, so working with what I got and what I can afford at the moment between jobs, you know, everything like that. So, but that's gonna be a wrap for today's video, man. If y'all like the video, please subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff they tell you to do at the end of the videos. I do engage in comments, so hit me up, let me know what y'all want to see. One more video on this, wrapped up out the door, and we're good to go. Until next time, peace out, Y2 Nation.